We fitted all of those lights to the van, but we've done it completely wrong, and there's a massive problem. The main problem being they all run off the wrong battery. Somebody didn't think what they were doing when they fitted all the lights, and there are lights everywhere.
We've got lights on the front of the van, underneath the van, and we've even got lights on the rear of the van as well.
Now, they might look really cool, but when I can't start the van in the morning because we've had lights on the night before, I look really stupid. And that really doesn't take much. The only cure is to fit a secondary cable right from the very back of the van, where our Fogstar battery is, all the way to the front of the van, which would be right under there, because the aux beam control panel is fitted under my seat. First thing we need to do before we put any cables in is go in the back, and we need to put a buzz bar onto the main battery and get that all sorted, because at the moment the battery's a bit of a mess. So we need a buzz bar on the battery, then we can come off the buzz bar, and it will just be easier and safer to do it that way anyway. So right, let's make some cables and sort the battery out.
So after previously fitting the buzz bars to the rear of the van a couple of days before, which you'll see in a minute, we then needed some cables to link everything up. We also needed to put some eye-rings onto the main cable that was going from the rear of the van right the way to the front. Make it all tidy and make it all secure. Then we connected it up to a breaker and then connected it up to the buzz bar. That's the buzz bar right there that connects all the battery and all the electrics to each other. We also fitted a switch on it as well, so we can completely eliminate the battery if need be. We then needed to drill a hole to get the cable through, connect it up to the breaker, give her a clean, put everything back in place, and that's that done.
If I'd have done this properly in the first place, it wouldn't be happening, would it? No. Let's get the driver's seat out so we know what we're playing with. Seat's undone. Now to put it somewhere. One seat removed. Right. There is the aux beam switch control panel here, and then it connects there to this big red cable that connects to the main van batteries. The main problem with that is that when we are parked up somewhere and with the engines not running, any lights that we have on are all running off the battery that starts the van. The CCTV, which is there, that's all powered off the van battery as well. I may as well put another fuse box under the seat to run a couple of other things like the CCTV, the dash cam, the sat nav, because it just means that no matter what situation we're in, everything is running off the leisure battery. So I do have a small fuse box, which I am going to fit in underneath the seat. Not everything is going to be turned on at the same time, but the cable will allow the power to come off the battery if need be, but it won't need to be. Everything will be fused, everything will be safe, and for the first time ever, it'll be done properly. First thing we need to do is we need to take this cable off the fuse breaker and disable this cable. Right, that's that cable off. That goes to the main starter battery in the van. Right, so just to make that safe, I've put a piece of garden hose over it, and then I've put a piece of shrink wrap over it there, and then I'm just going to tape that to death and basically pull it back over itself so it's down there like that, and then tape all this off, so that's never going to come undone. But if we ever do need it, it's always going to be there. Right, there we go. That is going nowhere. We can pull the cable in through one of these grommets here from underneath the van, and then we can connect it up to that fuse box there. Well, first of all, we're going to get in there and pull the cable all the way through, under, down and up. Right, made a bit of progress. I've got the fuse board in. Still haven't got the cable from the back to the front in yet though, but the fuse board is in. It's linked off the top of the breaker there, and then it's grounded down to the bottom, which is an actual vehicle ground as well. There's only going to be a couple of things going off it, so that will be great. So now the aux beam controller is connected to the breaker. The fuse board is connected to the breaker. That's a 60 amp breaker. That's more than enough for the two of them, and then they've got the right fuses in for things like the CCTV, and then the little side lights up there, and then also one for the GPS, which goes on the dashboard there. So now we've got to get the cable down from there. I think I might go down and then through the seating and then come down and inside the seating and just go straight across the van and coming up where the sink is there. Right, so my next job is basically to get the cable from underneath, and hopefully I'm going to come along the seating area, go across, come back up and then go into the back. But I need to move all this stuff, get all the cushions off, and then I can basically see what I'm playing with. I really hope this cable's long enough. I think it will be, because I've got 7 meters of it, and I don't need 7 meters of it. At least I don't think I do. Right, I've got cable through. Right, connect that end to the fuse box so we don't pull it through, and then we can deal with all this. Right, so there's the cable there. That will connect to the bottom of the breaker, and then it goes under the seat there, under here, and then it comes into the room where the troomer is there. So nice direct line, and then we're going to take it back up there somewhere, take it down and bring it right across the van and bring it up.
20 minutes later.
I'm not putting it under the seats. I'm going to go straight down through where the seat is, so pull the cable back through. Neil and his bright ideas. So the cable runs from under the seat there, goes down, comes up the van underneath, comes across and comes in underneath where the cooker is. It then goes along the cabinet, and then it comes in there to another breaker. Now, I have complained about those breakers before in the past, but the ones that Auxbeam send with their stuff are really good ones. You can get good ones and you can get really cheap ones off Amazon, which are a load of pants. If you're going to use them, use a good branded one. Like I said, the Auxbeam ones are perfect. Alex Frood uses them in his van. Plenty of other people that do high electrics use them in their van. So we thought, use them in our van. So now I'm going to put a switch in for the Auxbeam controller, because we've got one here and then we've also got a second one, and the second one lives up there. So rather than having to go into the cab and put the switch on for the Auxbeam, we can just have a switch up here, which will be a secondary switch that if you're sitting here, you can just turn it on and you can control the actual buttons. I know you've only got to lean over, but it means I can put another switch in and more wires and basically just mess around with stuff. So all in there is sorted, lights are all done, that's all fine, lights all work great. I've checked everything out, they all come on. Now we need to pull 2 cables over from there, probably through here, up there, round there, up this pillar and up into there. I am going to use household cable. That way I can use the green as the earth, and then I can have a blue live and I can have a brown live. It's only one wire and it saves me putting 2 wires up there. It's easier just to pull one. It's all shielded, it's all fine. It's only pulling off for the CCTV and it's only pulling off for the lights, which you're only pulling off a small amount of amps anyway. So that, I mean, that's household wire, so I'm going to be well fine with that. Don't worry, it'll be great. If it blows up, we know I was wrong. Got the cable down there, across there, pull the rubber back and got it behind where the blind is. I reckon I've got it to a point now where I need to put the seat back over, not fasten it down, but I need to get on one of the seats and get up there and start sorting cables out, because it's a mess up there. Right, I've negotiated that mess up there. The fuses are telling me in there that there is one missing, so hopefully when I plug this in, the CCTV will come on. Plug that in there. Wonderful. I'm not going to lie, that's took me 2 days to do, but it's all back together again, like it should be. Right, what are the bonuses? Well, the bonus is that everything now in the van runs off the leisure battery. So we have got a massive big 560 amp hour Folkstar drift battery, which I'll leave links in the description below if you want to get one of them, and I highly recommend you do. And it also means that if soft lad here leaves things on like the CCTV or stuff like that, we can still start the van. And believe me, it's happened so many times. I've left stuff on and the battery's being flat, so we have to plug it in, leave it overnight, or jump start it. That is not good for the engine's battery, so eliminating all that is a bonus. Emma is still resting after her operation. If you don't know, Emma's been in hospital, had a major operation. The scar is like this, it's huge. She's resting up. Hopefully when the weather goes a little bit better this week, I've got another job to do in the van, and this is going to cure a lot of issues. The main issue it's going to cure is me moaning because Emma says I cry like a baby. And it's a job that I've got to do on my own because Emma can't lift or do anything. So she's going to sit on a chair, watch me do the job, and basically direct me. What can go wrong? There's going to be a couple of videos here. I suggest you go and watch them because they're kind of good. Oh, that one was us away with Will. Yeah, because we went away with Will to Wales. And if you ain't seen that one, that's worthy. And that one is us up in Scotland. That was a blast. We still should be up there, to be honest, but you know, puppies, dogs, and disaster. Right, going. I don't know why I've done that. It's just weird.